You may have heard the name Showdown. He is a professional MMA fighter who has traveled across China to defeat traditional martial arts practitioners in his country. Showdown aims to expose the fraudulent practices of traditional martial arts masters in China, who shroud their techniques in myths to attract people to their schools. This has, of course, angered several fake kung fu masters in the country. Many of them often seek to prove their skills directly in front of Showdown. One such fake master who challenged Shu was Ding Hao, who was supposedly one of the best Wing Chun masters in China. The problem was when he fought Showdown, Ding Hao ended up as just another victim. Shu didn't even break a sweat during the fight. The match was highly entertaining because, from the start of the first round, Ding Hao launched a fast attack using his Wing Chun techniques. However, these attacks looked more like someone learning Wing Chun than like Ip Man. Shu, on the other hand, responded to the flurry of attacks calmly. He then turned the tables, knocking the Wing Chun master out almost instantly. Ding Hao wasn't ready to give up just yet. He got back up and tried to repeat his Wing Chun attack, but once again, Shu defended himself brilliantly and managed to throw Hao to the ground. This time, the Wing Chun fighter was even thrown out of the ring. Next, there was a Wing Chun Kung Fu master dressed in black, displaying incredibly fast and powerful hand movements. Meanwhile, the MMA fighter executed more effective and measured movements. After prolonged defense, the MMA fighter eventually forced the Wing Chun master into a ground fight. As expected, the MMA fighter dominated, being far more experienced in handling such situations. However, unlike the previous match, this Wing Chun Kung Fu master demonstrated how his lightning-fast hand speed was capable of taking down a professional MMA fighter with just a single strike. The same technique was demonstrated by this Wing Chun practitioner when facing an MMA fighter with a background in Silat. Not only did he excel in terms of speed, but he also performed exceptionally well during grappling exchanges. Next, let's talk about another match between a Wing Chun master and a professional fighter in a kickboxing event. In terms of physique, both fighters appeared to be fairly evenly matched. As soon as the referee initiated the fight, the professional fighter immediately delivered his signature kick, which knocked off his opponent's headgear, forcing the referee to pause the fight momentarily. Once the match resumed, the Kung Fu master unleashed a rapid Wing Chun punch. However, this attack was countered with a powerful punch that dislodged his mouthguard. Prompting the referee to stop the fight once again. Now we enter the kickboxing arena to witness a showcase of skill, strength, and philosophy clashing in one space. In this bout, a professional kickboxer named Long Hu Men Lao Si faces off against a Wing Chun master named Guilin Chi. From the techniques he displayed, Long Hu Men appeared to be a kickboxer with a background in Drunken Kung Fu.
Look at this, look at this. Oh, he's doing drunken. Whoa! Okay. Whoa.
He also possessed incredibly powerful legs, causing the larger Wing Chun master to fall repeatedly from his kicks. Guilin did attempt to counter with his own kicks, but it must be acknowledged that the Drunken Kung Fu master was significantly stronger. Let's turn our attention to a Tai Chi Kung Fu master named Zhu Chunpin. In addition to Tai Chi, he claimed to have mastered 4 other Kung Fu styles. A bold claim, but is it true? Zhu Chunpin opened the fight convincingly, throwing several low kicks that forced the MMA fighter into a defensive stance. However, when the fighter countered with a strong kick, Zhu began to show signs of panic. The first round ended with a powerful combination of left and right jabs that knocked Zhu to the ground.
All right, oh, there we go, finally. That guy's thrown at the face. Oh! Woo!
In the second round, Zhu attempted more low kicks, but his power seemed to be waning. He was knocked down again after a front kick that wasn't even particularly strong. Shortly after, Zhu hit the canvas for the 3rd time. And this time, struggled to get back up, though he remained determined to continue the fight. The middle-aged Tai Chi master managed to last until the 3rd round, though he failed to land any significant attacks on his opponent. Finally, the referee decided to stop the match, ruling that Zhu was no longer fit to continue after being repeatedly floored by the professional fighter's powerful kicks. Then, there was a Kung Fu master who claimed to have trained for 30 years. Unfortunately, the results of his extensive experience were not well demonstrated when he faced a professional boxer. His reflexes and speed were nowhere near those of the professional, and he consistently failed to block punches, eventually getting knocked down early in the fight by a relaxed punch. A similar fate befell a Kung Fu fighter named Liu Jun, who confidently decided to challenge an MMA athlete named Fan Bofu. The fight, conducted under kickboxing rules, serves as a great example of why you shouldn't challenge a professional without proper martial arts skills. The Kung Fu master seemed to be stalling throughout the duel, while the professional fighter clearly showed his kickboxing expertise.
Look at the MMA guy just going forward.
Lastly, there was a Shaolin Kung Fu master who fought while wearing traditional attire. He appeared older and smaller in stature compared to his opponent, an MMA fighter. The Shaolin master briefly showcased his techniques, but in reality, he was only embarrassing himself. Based on his fighting style, he looked more like someone who had never trained, merely pretending to be a Kung Fu expert. As a result, he got exactly what he deserved for his boldness in stepping into the ring with a professional MMA fighter.